Okay. Hello everyone. Let me share my screen. So how many members practiced yesterday's MM01? Everyone created the material through MM01 Tico?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sadhana.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Sadhana, this is Neha here. I'm connecting for the first time today.
Hi Neha.
Hi.
This is going to be a slow paced session for MDG classes.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if
So
there is any recording of the sessions which you have took, then that would be helpful. I'll complete that and then,
yes, yeah, we'll share.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so you have the SAP server access, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have taken it like for our personal use.
Yeah, that is fine. Any SAP server is fine. You can practice.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a minute. I'm just logging to the remote desktop. So those who are new to this, like connecting to the remote desktop, you can just get the remote desktop ID and you can enter it here. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed how we create the material through MM01, right? So and also how we create the material through NWBC screen. So now let's go deep into NWBC screen. Like what are all the um, components we have in NWBC screen? Let's discuss that first, and then we'll create one more CR and we'll check how that CR will be stored in our SAP system. So I just open the NWBC screen. So I'm going to the material. So here you can see this is the role for the material. So in PFCG is the T code to access the roles. So here you can see what are all the roles we have. So for material, if you want to check the latest role, you can just give mdg material star so that you can menu star and you'll get all the roles related to it. So here you can see master data governance for business partner role is there, and for customer menu we have three roles like menu 03, menu 04. So we have to use this menu 04. Okay, same like for material you have mdgm menu. So here you can find the roles in your system. And if you don't have the access, you can just open that particular role. So now our uh, data model is material, right? So we are going to open this role and this is for display. So you can check what are all the users we have. So here you can check whether your user ID is maintained in this role or not. If it is not maintained, you can just go to the change mode and you can add your role so that you'll get the access to the NWBC screen for that particular role. Okay, so now we have the access. So here you can see this is the screen for material governance. You can see the type material governance. So here we have two components. One is change request and one is data exchange. So here change request means you can see what are all the materials are processing and processing of multiple materials, change request and documents and analysis of change request process. So here you are seeing change request, right? Yesterday we have created one change request. So let's discuss what is change request. So whenever you are trying to change or create or delete or whenever you are trying to do any operation to the master data in MDG, you'll have to create a CR. You have to raise a CR. So through CR only we can create or maintain or perform any actions on the master data. So here in MDG, CR is the CR plays the crucial role. Okay, so let's first discuss what are all the CR types we have. So MDG, IMG, just note down all the T codes. Whenever I am saying any T code, just note down in the notebook and later you can go through the T codes. So MDG, IMG is the T code for master data governance. So here you can see master data governance, central governance. So in this we have general settings and here we have data modeling, UA modeling, data quality, process modeling. So here in this process modeling, we have the change request. Okay, so here we have different types of change request. So here you can see the change request. Just note down the path also so that it will be easy for you to practice. So here, these are all the standard change request type we have in our system. So what are all we have for BP? For data model BP, we have these change request types. So one is for create BP with hierarchy, process means change, block, unblock, like that we'll be having different types of change requests. So here for material, as we are discussing mainly on the material for now, this is the CR type for material. MAT01 is for create, MAT02 is for processing, and like that we have different types of change request. Okay, so here you can see whenever you are going to create any change request through NWBC screen, it will ask for the change request type. So those who practiced or created the material through NWBC screen, they will be knowing like whenever we are creating any master data through NWBC, it will ask for the CR type. So here now I am going to create material. Okay, here I am giving the change request type as standard MAT01 and continue. Okay, so here first let's understand what are all these components in this NWBC. So you are seeing this block, right? So in NWBC we have different types of blocks. We call them as UIBB, user interface building blocks. Okay, so for each entity type we'll be having UIBB. So here this change request UIBB, I'm just collapsing this. So here you can see change request. So this is the UIBB for change request. This is the standard UIBB for all the change request types. You will be having this change request. Okay, this block. So here you can see change request. This is the change request number. It will come automatically. Okay, so no external input is required for this field. It will automatically come from the system. So next is description. You can see this is the mandatory field. So next is priority due date. You can mention as per your business needs. So in some business, some clients, they may be asking for the priority settings like high, medium, low, like that, and date or reason, like that. And here you are seeing the status, right? So we'll discuss more on this in the future classes when we discuss on the workflow. So here this change status will come from the configurations which we made in the SAP system. Okay, and these all also come from the system itself. So here you can see this is the user ID. So whoever accessing the this screen, their user ID will come here. Okay, so for CR creation, description is the mandatory field. So I am entering test July 7th. Okay, so here this basic data you are seeing, right? This is for this particular change request type material. So now we are on the material MAT01 change request type, right? So those change request type related UIBBs will come here. So sorry, so this basic data is for MAT01, they have assigned. So here you can see some mandatory fields are available. So material has come automatically, and here material type is the mandatory field. So I'm just giving material type, and I'm just clicking on the enter button. And I'm giving the industry sector. So now after giving the industry sector and material type, it is asking basic unit of measure as the mandatory field. So I am giving basic unit of measure. And now I'm just saving it. You can see the we have to enter the description. This is the mandatory field. Here you can see what are all the errors it is giving. So I'm just giving the material description. Okay, let's check whether this 102 is created or not. Yeah, here you can see a change request 102 has been created. Okay. So once you submit the CR, it will be stored in the table. So here you can see your change request with all the details which you have entered. So here our change request number is 102 and the description we entered is this one, and still the status is in changes to be executed, and our user ID and the time when we created and changed. So first I have saved that CR at 8:26 and then I have changed the description, right? So at 8:30 I have changed the description. So these are all the fields I have entered: basic unit of measure, material type, industry sector. Let's check whether this CR is available in the. So now we have 102 CR is created. So now it has to be stored in any of the database, right? So let's check with. So whenever you create any CR, whenever you submit the CR, once it is created, it will be stored in the database table. So SE16N is the T code to view the table records. So USMD 120C. Note down the table names also. USMD 120C is the table to check the change request which we created. So let's check how many number of records it has. It has 23 records. So here you can see the change request is a mandatory field, key field in the USMD 120C. And we have type of change request, edition, status, description, and other fields. So I'm going to execute. This is the button to execute. And here you can see 102 has been created. Okay. So I'm just opening this record. Okay. So here you can see change request number 102 and the type of change request, which type we have selected. We have selected MAT01. So it has taken the MAT01. And status of change request 02, and the description is whatever the field information we have given, it will be stored here. So here you have seen the change request, right? One second. Yeah. So these all information will be stored in the USMD 120C table. Okay. So we have other general information and other notes and attachments. In the further classes, we'll discuss more about the notes and attachments in the change request UIBP. Okay. For now, it is good enough to know about change request, like how we create the change request and how it will be stored in the database. So you can check whether the CR is created or not using the table USMD 120C. Okay. So now let's see. So when we created the material through Mara, we have when we created the material through MM01 T code, it directly updated in the Mara table, right? So now let's check any of the record has been stored in our Mara table or not for our new change. So it will not store in this one because it is we have created through a WBC screen. So we have to process that CR, and once that CR is update like activated, then only it will be stored in the main active database table of material, which is Mara. So here there is no material created with these details. Okay, so okay, please everyone, please go on mute. Okay, so now let's you all understood how we are creating the CR and how it is storing in the database, right? Any questions here? Okay, so
So, Sadhana, did you mention about staging tables?
no, not it.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, shall I explain what is staging table and active tables?
No, let you go by your flow.
Okay. Shall I explain about the change request types then first?
No. Now every one of you know what is a change request, right? So we have processes. Okay. Every master data we have not here. Uh, Go to the logical actions. So every master data, now you understand what is the master data, right? So every master data has some operations. What we will do with the master data or any data. So what we can do, we can create a master data. Note down, we can create a master data. So once create means creating a new master data. That means creating a new student information or creating a new employee information. That is nothing but creating a new master data. Then once we created that master data, second, what we will do, we can change that already created master data. Okay. So that's a change process. You can see Sadhana is pointing out create is a one process, change is another process. So once a master data is created, let's take an example. A student is enrolling to a college. So first time what we will do, we will create a master data as a student. Then after some time his phone number is changed. So we need to change his master data. Then after period of time, we are suspending him from the college. Okay. He's a bad student, not studied, not prepared MDG properly. So we are suspending him. So we are going to do the blocking him. So there is a concept called block. So that means we are suspending. After a punishment of a week or 2 weeks, he came back and said, excuse me, I learned my lesson. I cannot repeat this task. I will continue. I will be a good student. Then we are going to unblock him. That means suspend, removing of a suspension. So that's all possible with a concept called block, unblock. So wherever you see the block, the same thing, we can block, we can suspend a student or we can unblock, removing the suspension. That's an unblock. Both of them are possible. Then after once we suspended, he is not learning his lesson. So ultimately, we are going to delete his entry from the system. So that is a mark for deletion. Technically, In systems, we never delete the entry from the database. Okay, we make him to delete an entry. So there is a flag we set up that's called mark for deletion. So these are the, let's take an example. There is a one more thing, mass. So we can create a single record, single student information. Okay, let's take an example. I am enrolling 1,000 employees. So I cannot create one after other, one employee, first creation, then a second employee, third employee. It's not possible. So we need to create all 1,000 employees at a one single shot. That is possible with mass processing. So these are the various logical actions are available in SAP, or not only SAP, everywhere. Okay, think about it. These are the possible ways. So we are going to make a process in our master data. Create a new master data, change an existing master data, block or unblock a master data, mark for deletion is a master data, displaying a master data, or mass processing of a master data. So these are the various logical actions are possible. So now we created a material. That means we are creating a new material. So that's a create process over here in this screenshot what Sadhana is showing. Okay. So remember all these logical actions. Sadhana, please continue.
Yeah. So these are all the standard logical actions we have in SAP MDG. So we can use whatever our requirement, we can use the action. So then we'll be having the business activity. Okay, so here you can see, one second, let me open the change request type in another screen. MDG IMG, general settings, process
Sadhana,
modeling. Yeah,
don't show that one.
okay,
Okay. Now you created a change request, right?
yes.
Where that change request is stored.
Yeah, this one I have shown them the table.
USMD 120C is
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
database table, and there is an application. To navigate that application, there is a T code called SC16N. Over there, you need to provide the table USMD 120C, and over there, you can see that CR number. And
With the
next
change
to the
request.
CR number, there is a type, that is a change request type.
Okay, so this is
Okay.
the state. So
Sorry,
here
I'm
you are
interrupting
seeing.
you again and again, Sadhana. Sorry for that one.
Yeah, that's okay. That's
So
okay.
you continue on this.
Okay. So shall I continue with the change request statuses, like what are all we have and how we create, or? So here we are seeing 02, right? Here in our CR,
No,
we are
Sadhana,
seeing,
sorry. Again, I am interrupting you. So you can show what are all the capabilities on the change request. So we can add nodes, we can attachments, those capabilities.
yeah, okay. So here, this is the change request we have created, right? 102. So here, you can just click on the edit button. And now once you click on the edit button, you are able to add new nodes. So whenever you are creating any change request, so in the business perspective, whenever they are creating any master data, there will be some purpose, right? So let's take I am creating a master data, like I am creating a new student record. So they have to there will be some person who will be accepting or approving that student admission. So they have to know why this change request has been created. So for that we can add the information here, like CR for new material in NWBC. So we can maintain the notes with this option called notes, and we can just mention the description or any additional notes we want in our change request. So now I have given the change request note as CR for new material in NWBC, and I'm just clicking on the OK button. So now let's check how this is stored. So SC16 in USMD yeah, here you can see 1210 table for nodes. Let's check number of reports. I think there is some issue with this. Let's create new CR. I think it's not submitted properly. It's a test server, right? Let's create one more CR by giving the notes. So I am taking MAT01. Description, test CR with notes. And raw material, mechanical engineering, base unit of measure, and description. It's the raw material. And here I am going to the notes tab. So here we have a new button. So I am giving test raw material for new product. Okay, I'm just clicking on the OK button. Now I am saving it. So it change request 104 has been created. First, let's check whether that change request is created or not. Now we are on the USMD 120C table. So I'm just refreshing the table. So here you can see new record has been added to the table. That is 104 with MAT01 change request type. So now let's go to the notes table, which is USMD 1210. Just note down all the table names. So here, number of records. Now, before creating the CR with notes, it's empty. Now you can see the number of records is 1. Okay. So I'm just executing it. So here you can see the table has stored the information about the nodes. That is, change request number is 104 and the time when the change request has been created and the user ID and the node which we have maintained in the change request. Okay. So here in this table, change request and timestamp are the key fields. Okay. So now let's check other attachments. So here you can see one more tab called attachments. So here we have another tab called attachments. So let's create one more. Let's create one more here because it is not accepting to submit. I think. Let's create one more here. So the description test CR attachments raw material each and the description test attachments and next go to attachments. Here you have the options for adding file or adding any link. Okay, let's add file. So you can choose the file. Yeah, here some file is there with details. So you have to give the title for that file. So I'm giving SAP logon details. You can mention the comments. Like if you want to put any comments for detailing about the file, you can just mention here. Let's mention test SAP logon attachment. Okay. Now in this here only, let's add notes as well. So test notes and attachments. Okay, I am saving the CR. So if you observed or not, whenever I am creating a new CR, the CR number is coming automatically. So first I have created the CR and then it has given 102 and after that it has given 104. That means meanwhile someone has created some other CR. So it has taken 104 and then it has given 105. Okay, so let's check 105 CR. In one first, the table which stores the change request is 120C. So 105, it has created a new entry in the USMD 120C table. And then the next is notes table. Here you can see number of records 2. So 105 with test notes and attachments, it has created the record. And then let's check the table for attachments. So for attachments, it's 1 to 1, 1. Okay. So number of records, only 1, because just now we created 1 CR with attachments. Okay. So here you can see one record is added in the table USMD 1211 change request attachments with change request number, time of the change request creation with date and the user ID and type of the file. We have added the text file, right? So it has taken text plain and the length of the file, like file size and description, file description. Then like file description which we have maintained. Here we have maintained the title, right? Let's open this one. So here you can see attachments. Here you can see the title as SAP logon details. So it has created the record with SAP logon details. So SAP logon details .txt file and the comments, whatever the comments you maintain there in the attachments tab, it will be stored here. And any link, if you add any link, that also will store here. Okay. So these are all the information we can maintain in the change request. So one is general information, that is the change request number, description of the change request and any priority of this change request, like high, low, medium, and the due date. If you want to complete this change request process within 2 days or by some day, like by 9th of July, then you can maintain the date here and the reason for this change request. So in the business scenarios, like the clients may um, have some reasons like why you are creating this CR. So they will be having some predefined reasons. So they can just select that reason and they can create the change request. Okay, so these all information is general information about the change request, which will be stored in the table USMD 120C. Okay, so next tab is notes. This is for additional information. So if you want to add any additional information about your change request, like what is the purpose you are creating in detail, you want to explain, you can just mention it in the change request notes and it will be stored in the table USMD 1210. Okay, so if you want to add any new notes, then you can just click on the edit button and you can add the new notes as well. So other tab is attachments. So here you can add a file from your desktop or you can add the link also. So these attachments information will be stored in the table USMD 1211. Okay, so all we have seen all the tables, right, for change request, like how it will be created and how it will be stored in the table. So for each tab there will be a different table, a database table that stores the information about change request. So these are all tables, and also you can find there will be other tables as well. So you can just go to 12 star and find, you can see all the tables related to the change request. So first, if you want to just check the change request, you can just go to USMD 120C and the notes, change request notes 1210 and attachments 1211. Next, like content of the attachments. So information in that file we can see in the 1212, and any objects, hierarchy, information, all these details you can find in these tables. Like whenever you create any CR, it will be stored in these tables, database tables. Okay. So any doubts still here? We are going slow, but just focus and note down everything so that you can get more knowledge, and you can get more information about MDG, why we need change request, what are all the processes we have. Any queries still here? Okay. Okay, so let's go into other topic then. So, okay. So once, so here you are seeing the buttons, right? Like edit. Here also edit button is there. And here you are seeing edit, expand all, collapse all, refresh, check, change documents. So let's see what are all these buttons about. So these all buttons will be there for each change request type. So whenever you want to change the entire CR, then you can select this button edit, then you will be able to edit the CR. See, when I clicked on the edit button, it has changed to edit mode, and it is giving me the option to change my description and priority and some other fields which are editable fields. Okay, so next let's check what this check. So now I have given some information right here. Let's remove each. Now I'm just clicking on the check button. So here you can see there are some warning messages like basic unit of measure is defined as a required field, but it does not contain an entry. So let's give any information, and now click on check button. Now we don't have any errors, no errors found. So this check button is to check if there are any errors or any warnings in the information which we have entered. So first, let's remove this change request description and check whether it will accept or not. So here you can see there is a error message saying enter a description for the change request. So change request is a mandatory field in the description is a mandatory field in the change request creation. So now I have given the change request, and now I am clicking on the enter button, not the check. So now you can see there are no errors. Okay, so and refresh is to refresh the screen, like if you have done any changes and it is not reflecting, then you can just click on the refresh button and it will reflect here. Next, change documents. So change documents means who are all processed this CR. So it will be stored in this change documents. Okay, so let's see this one. Descriptions. So you can see what are all the changes I have made. So change 7 new changes. So we can view what are all the changes we have done on the change request with change document option. Okay. Any doubts still here? Okay. So So in the change request, these all are called UIBBs. Note it down. These are all called as UIBBs. UIBB means user interface building block. So for each entity in data model, we'll be having the UABBs. Okay, we'll get more into UABBs and entities in the next sessions. But just remember, these all are called UABB. Like basic data is one UABB, change management is one UABB, description is one. Like that, we have different types of UABBs in the NWBC screen. Okay, so in SAP, all this information, like all this process, we call it as UI modeling, like you defining or changing or create. Sorry. Okay. So these all information like adding the UIBBs or adding new fields to the UIBBs, we do it using UI modeling. Okay. So any doubts still here?
No,
If you have any questions, you can just post it here. Or we'll try to answer. And okay. Okay. So now we have seen the logical action, right? Let me just go to that logical action one more time. Define logical actions. So everyone note these logical actions. And in the other tab, I'll just open the change request type. Um,
Sadhana, I
mm,
think can you hold the class now and
okay.
ask everyone whether they
Mm,
have SAP system and whether
mm,
they have NWBC screens opened. Check with
okay.
all the mentors can check that information.
Okay.
And also we need to remove those error messages, right? There are two error messages. What
Yes.
is the status on those error messages?
Yeah, we'll fix that by tomorrow's session.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone, I hope everyone has the SAP server access, right? Okay.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
Sadhana,
So
I have.
okay.
Hello.
So are you in touch with your mentors? Are they coordinating with you all, or they are not responding?
Yes, they are in touch with us.
Who is not
Okay.
responding?
No, no. Everyone
Note down
responding,
who.
right?
So
Yeah.
whoever is
Yes.
not responding, note down their name.
Okay. So if you have any problem with your mentors, you can just reach out to Basreen or Vishnu sir. Okay. So everyone has the access to SAP server, right? So in your server, are you able to access NWBC screen?
Hey, Sadhana, I have SAP system for my personal use, but I'm not able to access this NWBC code. And can you guide me through how to add the role in PFCG?
Yeah. If
So
possible, you can just.
ask your server provider to have that port should be open.
Okay, okay, Vish.
Keshava, you also first check with the person who has given you the access for the NWBC. Okay, and next. Okay, so yesterday, who are all joined the yesterday's class? You guys created the material through MM01.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, anyone has any doubts or any queries while creating the material? Okay, that means no one has doubts for creating the material through MM01. So, let me ask, what are all the mandatory fields for creating a material through MM01 T code? The basic material creation. You have to unmute yourself and respond.
Material industry sector, material type.
Okay. And other fields?
Base unit of
Big
measure.
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 Oh, okay. So, have you created the CR through NWBC? Like material through NWBC? I think some people are having issues with NWBC for today's session. That's okay, but by tomorrow you have to get your NWBC working perfectly, and you have to create a CR for material creation with the required fields, like required mandatory information, and also whatever the topics we covered now, like creating the CR with notes and with attachments, and you have to check how it is storing in the database tables, and what are all the database tables it is storing, the change request information is storing in which database tables. Okay, so if you have any doubt till here, you can just coordinate with your mentors. If it is a silly question or like that, also fine, because uh, we are all in the learning stage, right? You can clear out everything, and you can just coordinate with your mentors. They will be helpful, and yeah. So you can just coordinate with them, and you can learn MDG, and you can become the MDG consultant, good consultant. Okay, for today, Vishnu sir. Vamshi, are you recording the session?
No, sir. Someone has already recording it.
Okay,
Deepika, yeah, she's
okay,
recording it.
Yeah, I'm recording the session actually.
okay. So I think we are good. So if you have any queries, you can just ask. We are available. So anyone joined new
Yes,
other
Sadhna,
than
this is Neha here. So I joined today, so I don't know how many classes have been done, but I know, I think two, if I'm not wrong, but maybe I'm missing something.
yes, Neha. So it's just basics. So you can just go through the recordings. We'll share the recordings, and we'll assign one mentor to you. and will add your number into one group so that you can coordinate with your mentor for any communication or for any doubts. Okay.
Okay. Actually, I'm already in touch with Naveen.
Yes, Nami. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So now we'll add you into the group.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, Sadhana. I just joined today.
Okay.
So can you please assign a mentor and also add me to the group? Azra
Okay.
here.
So let me take your details. So
Okay, should I in
yeah,
person?
I'll just note it down.
Okay,
Once again, I'm sharing my screen. Just
okay,
give me those details.
sure.
Okay. So yeah, so is
Yeah, AZRA.
I think Sadhana Naveen already updated my details because I gave him, I think,
yes,
yeah,
we have
yeah,
updated.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll
yeah.
add into the group.
Yeah. I just want the recordings because I meant to be better prepared for your next sessions. Because my system access was not working, so I have already asked them to activate it again or give it a new one. So if you can just share the recording, then I'll be more prepared for your next sessions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, Neha. Within 1 hour, we'll share the
Yeah.
recording.
Like
Okay.
the last two also, the last sessions also,
Yeah,
the
sure.
old one. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Asra, your current location?
India, Hyderabad.
India, Hyderabad.
Yes,
SED experience?
hero.
0?
Yeah.
Okay. Any IT experience?
Yes, 2 years.
Okay. Which technology?
It was data analysis, not a technology.
Okay. So you have any knowledge on ABAP?
Yeah, I'm trained in ABAP.
Okay. So your BTech or graduation year?
2019.
So currently you are working?
Yes, with ESG. Yeah.
Okay. So in
I just
ABAP, okay. So pick any number from 1 to 6.
1.
Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll add you into the group, WhatsApp group.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also, Sadhana, could you please share with me the recordings, the previous recordings?
Yes, yeah. We'll share. First, I'll connect with Basrin and I'll get the recordings and we'll share with everyone.
Okay, thank you so much. And when do we
Okay.
have the next session?
Same time. Tomorrow's at same time,
Okay, all right. Thank you.
and it will be daily.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone has any doubts?
Sadhana, who is Anudip Battini? I don't know, he's not responding.
Anudeep.
Battini something in my group.
Oh, okay, Srinu, I'll check. I think he joined on the first session and he has given his details. Yeah, I'll check with Basrin. Okay.
Okay.
Mm. Mm. So I think we are good.
So Sadhna, it will be only 1 hour session daily, the same time.
It may be for now it's 1 hour
Okay.
because we are like in the beginning, right? So it's
Mhm.
1 hour for now. But in the future it will be 2 hours.
Okay.
And also after, like for everyone, if you have any doubts after this session also while you are practicing or anything, you can just reach out to your mentor. Okay, you can just ping them in the WhatsApp group, or if you have the ESG team Teams ID, then you can just ping them in the ESG Teams chat. They'll be responding. Okay. If they are not responding, you can just inform Vishnu sir or Basre. You can directly inform Vishnu sir. Okay, clear? Yeah, Deepika, you can stop the recording. Deepika, are you there? Deepika, are you there?